Hello and welcome to our YouTube video. My name is Anthony Rouse.
My name is Brennan Wheeler.
And today we're just going to do a little recap of what we did last year. We're just basically going to do like a little reminder of the holidays and all that stuff. Just letting you know how our holidays went. Our holiday was good. I know I did. Brent, did you enjoy yours?
Yeah, mine was good. It was very relaxed, didn't really do much. This is our first video of the year, so I'm hoping everybody had a great holidays.
Still feels new.
I know, right? It just feels like it's so crazy. I just remember only a few, not even 8 years ago I graduated from school.
It was like 2 weeks, something like that.
That was 2 weeks of vacation. But we would like to open up with our normal intro. Our intro is, you could find us at our website at livefreeadvocacy.org. You could find us at YouTube at Advocacy Unscripted. You could find us at our podcast on Advocacy Talks, Facebook at Live Free Advocacy, and Instagram, Live Free Advocacy as well. Okay? And so now we'll get into our discussion. And what is our discussion for today?
Basically, we're just going to talk about harassment in the workplace. And in this one, we're going to talk about a man named Michael Bistrit. I don't know his last name. We're just going to say Michael. This man has Asperger's syndrome. So if you all know what Asperger's syndrome is, I don't need to fill you in. Basically, he's at work and he was subjected to degrading and humiliating discrimination because of his disability. And pretty much one day his co-workers brought him stuffed animals, and you think, oh, it's good. It's not, because they brought him mutilated stuffed animals. I being decapitated teddy bears, stuffed animal dog, gutted and impaled, and some other stuffed animals with broken legs, broken arms, or something wrong with their face. And pretty much this bothered him so much that he closed himself off in a conference room and locked the door for an hour.
Oh, that's horrible.
And I just want to get your input on this, Brennan.
I find that article right there to be absolutely horrible. That is just, to me, it's just all kinds of bad. I really don't even know where to begin. The story on the way that you made it sound is just horrible. I mean, it happens so often we don't realize it because we think that we need to not say anything because it's not me. I maybe don't have the right to say anything, or I don't. But you know what? If you see bullying of any kind, harassment of any kind, make sure you report it to your boss, or report it if you're in school, report it to a teacher. If you're in college, report it to a professor. Don't be afraid to be the one to report it. It's not going out there and saying just to make a ruckus of anything. You're there to report something that's happening to that other person, and you could possibly be saving their lives. And that is just absolutely horrible. And they were all, was it like real animal stuff? Was it like real, or was it all fake stuff?
No, like the occasional stuffed animal toys that you buy at a local Walgreens or Walmart.
But the thought of it though, it was the fact that it was
horrible.
Yeah, wow, that's just horrible.
And this wasn't even the first time, because his boss actually told him to go down in the basement and organize a display of decapitated teddy bears and mutilated animals down in his basement, and they actually even locked him downstairs in the basement and didn't even open up the door.
That's horrible.
So he pretty much just sat in the basement and looked all of that.
That's horrible.
I don't even know what to say right now. I don't know what to say.
That's awful. That is just so bad. I mean, who does that? That is just so wrong. And that's where talking and getting these things out there. And speaking with this one, I was on the local media website a few days ago, and I've also read up in the current events lately that, did you know that there was this one gentleman that was being harassed by a group of people that were probably probably 5 years younger than him. And this guy was harassed for being disabled, and they tied him up and they said some horrible things about, certain people and about him, and he was tied up and just totally beaten up. Had tape over his mouth. It was just horrible, and it was live streamed on another social media website for a long time.
Wait, this was live streamed?
Yes, it was live streamed, and these people were eventually found and caught later on, another 2 days after the incident, and it was just so bad. I mean, to figure out that people out there will go to bully anybody is just horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
What is wrong with people today?
I don't know, but that's what it comes down to. Is if you see people getting beat up or hurt, you got to mention it, because it's a very big thing that can happen. And even if you're in a grocery store and somebody's not doing their job fast enough and they're being told, oh, do your job faster, it's like, stick up for that person, no matter if they're disabled or not. It's sticking up for people and their basic human rights. I mean, whether it be disabled or not, I mean, to stick up for somebody is to be a good friend.
But there is some good news to this, because the owner of that business and a chief staff are being sued by that exact same person. He's pretty much suing them for $10 million, I guess, because of all that, and they're pretty much trying to get it all set up. But they're pretty much setting up all the lawsuits, and it's pretty much being filed up in Manhattan Supreme Courts.
Wow, that's a good thing. I'd hate to say this, but it's a good thing that it's happening that way, because of the fact that a lot of people will not go that extra mile to be able to do that. They'll just wave it off, or they'll be too upset over the situation. That is just horrible. That's a good thing that this gentleman is sticking up for himself and not taking no for an answer, because of the fact that that his boss was in the wrong and what they were doing to him was bad.
No, you haven't gotten to the really bad. This one I found right here is just utterly. It made me just want to. We can say something. It says another alleged humiliating incident occurred during a press conference about Avanti's Law, named after a young boy with autism who left school through a unlocked door and was later found dead. An unnamed former Gentile staff suggests basically tested the door while Gentile responded by laughing and clapping his hands. So from what it sounds like, I guess he's saying, I'm guessing he was laughing because the door was locked or something. And this guy, Michael, he tested the door to see if it would open, and his boss, I guess, just laughed at him and said, Can you lock into upper doors with your medication?
Oh wow, that's horrible. And so this happened on a different person though, but in the same boss or whatever?
Yes.
That's horrible. I mean, how could this boss get away with that?
Oh no, but please just put this man in prison. Just give him lifetime in prison. Give him the chair. I don't care. I really don't care.
No, this is could be a real serious issue. It's all coming down to, stick up for yourself. Don't let people walk all over you. If you see something, report it, because this tells you, if this story is not proof enough that it's all about standing up for yourself and standing up for any other person, because you want to be treated the same way as anybody else, and that's talking about standing up for anybody and everybody, whether you may not know the full story. Never be quick to judge a person on the way the situation is. Get the facts first and then make your decision, but always stand up for the good of the people, because you know what, standing up is really important, and it could save, once again, it could save a person's life. You don't know what that person could be going through. You don't know what the person's situation is, and it all just helps by speaking up and talking to somebody, because it can make or break the situation real bad. So we think that this was kind of a shorter thing. I think we kind of hit the main part of the story, and we think. Do you have any current event news that are related to the topic that might be anything else that might be interesting to talk about?
Shoot, I can't remember what it was.
Okay,
you're gonna have to come back to me on that one because I can't remember right now.
Okay. But yeah, I think we've kind of discussed the subject that was mentioned, and we put our opinions out there, and we just kind of made this seem like it was a little bit of a shorter video this week, huh?
Oh yeah, I remember it now.
Okay, yeah.
I know this is somewhat old, and I'm pretty sure most of you know. For those of you who know, Carrie Fisher played Princess Leia in a few other movies. She recently passed away last year, which sucks. And I think this kind of relates to most of us because we have some clients, some staff who like Star Wars, and so they're pretty much wondering how they're going to continue the whole Star Wars sagas without Princess Leia and all that stuff. So that's just something I brought up because I know how people are with Star Wars.
Yeah. So we just kind of want to put a mention that we'll be coming up with newer stories. Obviously, continuing next week. We want to hope you all had a great holidays, and that we know that this is the beginning of the new year. Hope you're still sticking to your resolutions, huh, Anthony? That was something we mentioned in our last video, right? It's to stick with those resolutions.
Yeah, we let everybody know, stick with your resolutions. Don't turn them away after 1 week or 1 month.
Yeah,
I know I gotta stick with my resolution.
Okay, and so we would like to end this video with a thank you for watching. You could find us again on livefreeadvocacy.org or YouTube, Advocacy Unscripted. Our podcast channel is on Advocacy Talks, and you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Live Free Advocacy. Once again, on Facebook and Instagram, Live Free Advocacy. And thank you, and don't forget to rate, comment, and share and subscribe to our channel.
Remember, you can prevent bullying
yes.
and cyberbullying.
Yes.
Almost forgot.
Yes. So
Prevent bullying.
Bye, everybody.
Later.